To blow the cobwebs away in the old camper van jalopy to get a new coffee machine and have a little cook of some soup at Bawdsey. We're on the way to Bawdsey now in the horrible weather. This is Wednesday the 28th of December and the weather's minging. We're going to see if we can cook some soup at Bawdsey. Well, we've got here to Bawdsey on the 28th of December, and the old jalopy was going to cook up some soup that can only be described as minging. So across there is Felixstowe Ferry, an old Felixstowe, which is where I keep one of my boats, and here's the River Deben with the tide really rushing in at the moment. Look at that, it's heaving in. If you look at that buoy, boats left in that. Well, there's a few actually this time of year. And we'll see if we can cook up some soup in the old camper van. We've got some turkey bits and pieces and stuff left over from Christmas. See if we can cook that up. Shall we? Well, we're in the camper van in the pouring squall. Little stinks there. I'm going to try and cook some soup. There we go. Pan on. Bit of water in. And then we've got some pre-prepared ingredients. It's going to be more like a stew. Yep, I know it's a bit mad, but you got to do something in these old days between Christmas and New Year. And look at it out there, it's absolutely minging. Here's my soup starting to boil. A little bit of movement. Yep, we've got a bit of a bubble on now. Need to turn that down. And now indoors has gotten stink ready to go out for a wee. And the drizzle, putting that little coat on. Turn it down. Window does open. Got to let the steam out ish. Mad indeed. Our first trip today was to pick up the new Tassimo in the curry sale for 27 or 8 or 9, I can't remember, quid. The Tassimo machine that is like an ink printer. They sell you it cheap and charge you for the ink, in this case the Tassimo pods, but Owen Dawes likes it. How's the soup doing? Oh, bubbling away nicely in there. Not too much steam in the van. Well, actually loads of steam in the van, but that's what it is. Now, in true family tradition, we cheat and we improve the soup, and it does make it a lot nicer by pouring in a tin of good old Heinz tomato. If you give that a stir up, that's really nice when you do that. So, brought to you by the power of the inverter, the cheap Chinese inverter, I can give the soup a little bit of zhuzh, which it needs. Not too much. So that's a cheap Chinese inverter, that 240 watt, 12 watt volt zhuzh. And there we have it, a lovely steaming bowl, nice turkey, ham, vegetable soup with a can of Heinz tomato added. Plenty left in the bowl should I want any. but he still pants. I don't know if you can see the tide absolutely rushing in there. Really rushes in here on the Devon. Indoors has got her bowl, and little Stink is looking as though it wants some as well, but I ain't getting none. It is proper windy. There's the old girl where we made the suit. There's her indoors taking the time getting out of it. And you can see since we've been here, which isn't that long, how much the tide has come in. I saw a seal going up a moment ago. Stinking our little new coat. We'll go try and go for a little bit of a walk, but it's a bit mental. It really is. It'll be interesting to see how the wind slough is faring in this level of wind. Just have a brief walk. Just to be honest, it isn't at all pleasant. Tide's still ripping in somewhat, but you can see by that orange buoy over there, you can see it. It's now been dragged under how fast that rips in here. The wind's with it as well, so that's dragging in a hell of a rate. Better than if it was wind over tide, and we've been here many occasions when it is. Rough over there at the end of the bar. See if we can get that far. There she came back for me, wonder where I'd gone. Oh, this is better. A bit more sheltered in here. Won't be in a minute though. Oh, it's not too cold. And as ever, I've only got a t-shirt and a fleece on. Being a fat bloke. Oh yeah, it's fairly angry here. I think I'd want to be out of me boat in that today. Distance is Bawdsey Manor, which they used during the war, I think, for various things. Walking back, managed to find a bit of shelter. I think you'll agree that those sheet steel piles need replacing, sort of 20 years ago, I imagine. The tide's still ripping in. You can understand why, if you fell in there, you'd be naked. Seagulls are out. Someone feeding the seagulls. They do like a bit of food. we are back at the old jalopy. That'll do for today.